Hello everybody, and welcome back to our playthrough. We are on episode 58, and as you can see we are carrying on with the mining which we started in our previous episode. We just discovered our first vein of silver buried in the mountains using our wishbone, and now we're just going to mine some of it out. Silver can be a little bit awkward when you're mining it out, as the vein of silver can run in quite a long line and you do have to kind of mine the stone and the area around it in order to get to it. But it's not too bad, plus you do get a decent amount of silver per vein, so it shouldn't take you that many veins in order to get the amount that you're going to need. With silver, I haven't really discovered that many uses with it other than all of the armor and weapons and stuff that you can make whilst the mountains are current level, so it's not like you're going to need to gather lots more silver as you're continuing through the playthrough after this. You might need it for a couple of other things, but other than that, it's not hugely useful beyond the mountains. Although there is one weapon that I'm quite excited to show you when we actually make it, which will have a lot of good uses going forward into the next biome after the mountains, which is the plains. But we'll talk more about that when we get to it. For now, we're just going to continue whacking away at some more ore. One of the ways I've found that makes digging out the silver more efficient is when you dig down around the silver to reveal it, you want to dig the floor level down to the lowest point, so just underneath where the vein is hanging, and then when you're trying to uncover some more silver, standing at that level and mining more of the ground out. That way you don't have to start at the top and dig all the way down. You can pretty much mine out the majority of the ground in one or two swings. It does make life a bit quicker and a bit easier for mining out the silver veins. And mining silver does also follow the same rule as when we were mining copper and bronze, copper and tin, sorry, in the Black Forest, in that, especially at night time, the sound of you mining the ore will attract nearby enemies, which can be a bit of a problem when you're on the mountain, because drakes will fly up and pew you from the sky, and then fly away and then fly back, and yeah, they can be quite annoying. Usually whenever you can hear a drake approaching, you'll hear them kind of screech as they get closer to you. I usually just try and jump out of the hole that I've dug for the silver and take them down and then jump back in. You can attract wolves as well, and there are several other monsters on the mountains, which we haven't seen yet, but hopefully we'll see them at some point. As with previous biomes, there is a mountain version of the troll. So hopefully we'll see one of those. Not a mountain troll, sadly, but similar in its in terms of its size and its damage and stuff like that. Quite a big, tough enemy to fight that does a lot of damage if it hits you. Now, obviously, with mining this silver and not having any kind of setup in order to make this quick and easy, so I don't really have a portal nearby. Well, I kind of do, it's just to the south of us on the map. I don't have a cart or anything like that in order to transport the silver about, so I'm not having an ideal setup for mining silver. We're not going to spend too much time mining this silver out. Just going to remove that mountain marker. It's more just I wanted to find some and showcase it to you, and there's also a couple of pieces of equipment and stuff that we want to make to start off that will make being on the mountain a lot easier. I'm pretty sure I've got that now, so we are just going to run back down to the boat. We have also broken our pickaxe, so we're going to have to go repair that as well. One good thing, there isn't any kind of pickaxe or axe or tool upgrades for the mountain. It is mainly just weapons and armor, so again, you don't need a huge amount of silver. Should save you some time when it comes to gathering. There's our boat. Trying to decide whether I should just dump the silver in the boat and go back, or if I should just sail back with this. Obviously we can't go through the portal, but we do have the portal there, so we are going to need to use it to repair. Or should we just head back and start crafting things? Maybe we'll head back. Yeah, I think we'll head back this time. But at least we found some silver, and we found this mountain, so we can come back here and make a good go of it in terms of mining out some silver veins. I'd probably say it's going to be quite similar to the swamp. About 4 or 5 veins of it should do. Just like with the swamp, we found about 4 or 5 of the swamp crypts to clear out, which gained us the majority of iron that we needed. But again, unlike silver, we need lots of iron for the rest of the playthrough, whereas silver you aren't going to need too much of. But I will say you will need to gather quite a bit of it, even though you don't need to craft that many items. The reason why is that silver armor and silver weapons and the upgrades for silver, they all cost about twice as much as the iron stuff did. So I'll just give you a little spoiler. Say the silver armor set that we can make. I think the iron set was 10 pieces of iron per armor piece, so we needed 30 in total, whereas I believe the silver armor set is 20 pieces each. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But silver isn't that difficult to gather. It really isn't that bad. It's just being on the mountain, being so far away from your boat and having to cart it about and transport things. Again, it's one of the reasons why I wanted to showcase the cart in the Black Forest. It's probably the easier way of using it, but it does make mining silver a bit simpler. There are probably easier ways of doing it as well, but this is the way I prefer doing it. Ocean seems to be a bit restless today as well. Quite a few waves this time. Although at least it's not stormy, so we shouldn't have any sea serpents show up. We have also completely discovered the mountain that was right next to our base. It was terrible. There was nothing there that we needed. It was quite sad actually. I was kind of hoping there'd at least be something on there that was of interest other than wolves and drakes, but oh no, we found one egg. I mean, I suppose we could say that's useful. I don't know if we kept that egg. I think we actually left it there. Oh, we got 21 silver ore. That's pretty good. I didn't even check how much we gained from that. So, see what I mean? You'd get quite a lot of ore from mining silver veins out, so it's not too difficult. Shouldn't take too much time. It should be a quicker farming process than the swamp. If you're confident enough on the mountain and fighting the monsters up there, and you use a good system of a portal nearby to go and repair items, a cart to actually dump the silver in, and then a boat on the coast nearby that you can run that cart down to and sail it all back. It shouldn't take. It should take less time than mining out of the swamp. It should, anyway. The problem, or the bigger problem with the mountain, is finding the boss. Hopefully we'll get lucky and one of the mountains that we've already discovered will have the boss summoner on it, or the boss spawner, but I don't know. A lot of the times that I've fought the mountain boss, it has been quite far away from home, and we haven't travelled that far out yet, so we'll just have to roll the dice and hope that we get lucky. Oh, we just about managed to keep the wind. Just about. I was trying to put off making this turn for as long as possible. Oh, no, now we're going to have to drop the sail. Damn it. Alright. I was trying to avoid making that turn for as long as possible, because we're going to lose the wind. Hopefully the wind will change. Don't know if it will or it won't, but looks like we're going to be ruddering our way back to the back to our base. Wow, there's a lot of fish on the left-hand side, jumping out of the water. I will be honest, you probably won't see me do much more fishing now. Pretty much for the rest of the playthrough, although maybe when we're in Mistlands, Ashlands, maybe we'll do some fishing. Like some more of the in-depth look at fishing. Maybe we'll do it as like a separate video or something like that. But for the rest of the playthrough now, I won't be doing very much fishing as I don't have a lot of use for it, and all of the fish that we caught a couple of videos ago, or a couple of episodes ago, we've still got loads of it left, so I don't think we're going to need too much more for what we want it. But I might have a look at the different fish biomes you can get, or different fish from different biomes that you can get. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work in terms of catching fish from, say, like the mountain, as you know, the mountain isn't on a coast, so I don't know how that's going to work. How am I going to get, say if I wanted to get some mountain biome fish, but with the two mountains that we've been to already, they're both surrounded on the coast by black forest. So does that mean that the fish that I get from those waters are going to be black forest fish, or are they still going to be mountain fish because there's a mountain nearby? I know I need the specific bait in order to catch those fish, but I'm not really sure about how we're going to go about it for some of the biomes. Some of them are quite straightforward. Black forest fish will be easy because there's loads of black forest on the coast. The same with the swamp and the plains. It's just more the mountain that concerns me, but if anyone who's watching has done a bit more in-depth fishing and there is a good benefit to it, then please let me know. If there is a good benefit to the different biomes fish, I'll definitely go and get some, but honestly I haven't really seen anything. Maybe there's a whole bunch of cooking recipes I haven't seen because I haven't got like the troll fish from the black forest biome or something from the swamp or the plains or anything like that. As far as I'm aware, it all just turns into fish anyway. It's just different biomes of fish. I think it's a way that you can use the monster heads to make different bait. Anyway, now that we're back at base, I'm going to try and position the boat so we're not crashing into others. Quite surprised that I still haven't built a dock, but again, I'll be honest, we don't exactly need one right now. Our base is well located. Oh, our fire's gone out. We can't go to sleep. I'm hoping to go and just skip through the night straight away. Do we have any wood? Yes, we do. Perfect. Right. Oh, I'm carrying too much. Of course I am. Right, let's drop some of that wood. Let's just say I think it's only 10 that we need in that one, so we'll just grab 15 of them, just shove them all in. Is it 10? Oh, it's 20. Okay. I'm glad we've got more than 10. Let's just chuck them all in and sleep through the night. I don't think there's any monsters nearby. There's probably a couple of roaming neck and stuff that are attacking our boats as they usually like to do. Apparently necks don't like boats. Good morning. Day 76. It should be. 78. Wow, I've missed 2 days. Good job, brain. Anyway. Right, let's dump the silver in there for now. We're going to have to make a smelter. Again, good thing about silver is you don't need any fancy smelters. There is another level of smelter which we will need in the next biome, but fortunately enough the silver doesn't need that, so we can just build our standard smelter, do it our usual way. Actually chuck 2 of them down because we've got 20 of the ore, so we might as well do both at the same time. We should have the coal for it as well. Let's just chuck the ore in here. Need 40 bits of coal, so we'll just grab a stack and then chuck it in. Okay, let's go drop the rest of our stuff off. Got some more obsidian. Add that to the pile. We've got some iron as well. Thinking if we've got enough I might upgrade the iron pickaxe, but I don't know if we do. I think we do. We need some core wood as well, obviously. But if we upgrade the iron pickaxe, that'll increase the durability on it, which means that we don't have to repair it as often when we're mining silver in the future. We are going to need a decent level iron pickaxe to carry on, as we don't get a pickaxe upgrade until I believe it's the plains. There we go. Alright, dump all the food items away, or we got rid of all our food, and we got rid of the potions as well, but we don't exactly need them right now. We're gonna hang on for the time being, and we'll wait for this silver to finish smelting. Have a look at the new recipes we're going to unlock. Should get a fair few, actually. Should be a decent amount of new recipes unlocked. I'm trying to avoid picking them up because I want most of them to be done before we pick up the pile of them. Okay, let's empty the bee dens out, the bee nests, bee hives. How is the garden doing? Hasn't grown yet, we didn't plant them recently. Yeah, it was only, I think it was a day ago we planted them, so I think they've probably still got another day left on them to grow. At least we've got 4 onions, and then we'll make some onion seed plants. Pop the honey in here. Yeah, we've got a decent amount of honey, I'm quite happy with that. Might want to make some more frost resistance. Actually, no, we shouldn't. We shouldn't need to make any frost resistance potions. Meads. Potions, meads, same thing. Come on, smelters. Crack on. I should have really put them on before I went to bed. That was a silly idea. Although, to be fair, it was probably about halfway through the night, so they would still be, we'd still be waiting. Right, here we are. We've got wolfhide chest piece, a wolfhide trousers. We've got silver arrows, Draugr fang, which is our new bow, a wolf fur cape. We've got a silver knife, a silver shield, fang spear, a silver sword. We can make a butcher's table now, which I believe is an upgrade to our cooking station, so we'll definitely want to put that down. The main thing we want to make straight away, first thing right off the start, is the wolf fur cape, so we need wolf hide and wolf's head for that. So let's go to our creature head box, grab some wolf head, and we need some wolf hide as well. There we go, and should be able to make it straight away. Yep, there we go. And you'll also see at the bottom of the crafting menu when we made it there that it had a damage resistance versus frost. You can see at the bottom there, damage resistance versus frost. So that means when we wear this cape, we won't take the freezing damage when we're on the mountain. Also, cape looks pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. Look at that, wolf's head right next to us. That's a pretty cool looking cape. It's definitely one of my favourites. So now we don't need to worry anymore about the frost resistance potions, although we'll probably use those when we take on the mountain boss. But for the time being, exploring the mountain and in the cold areas will not be a danger to us now. We don't have to worry about the freezing debuff anymore. And the other benefit it provides, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this already, but I'll mention it again. The other benefit that it provides is that we no longer get the cold debuff at night time. So you are going to have to pay a bit of attention to when it actually turns into night. Usually when it turns into nighttime, I've been able to know when it's nighttime when I get the debuff message come up saying you are cold, but with us wearing this cloak we won't get that anymore. So that does it's a good benefit because it means that we can run through the nighttime and we don't get the stamina regen debuff for it being cold at nighttime, but it also makes it a bit more difficult to tell when it is nighttime. Aha, okay, Cauldron level 3. We now have ice cream and wolf jerky. So with the boar jerky, it was a piece of boar meat and honey, and that gave us 4 bits of boar jerky. Now we have an upgraded version of it, which is the wolf jerky. We also have ice cream, which is a pretty decent stamina food, which we use the drake, like the ice glands from the drakes that drop them. So I'll probably start off by making a whole bunch of wolf jerky just because it's an upgraded version. It's a nice 50-50 food. I believe it gives 33 health and 33 stamina. Yes, it does. And it's half an hour timer as well, which is very nice. 1 meat and 1 honey gives you 4 bits of jerky. Really nice. I quite like that. Just a really decent level food for... It's more of a filler one, so it's something I'd use if I was exploring or crafting, stuff like that. I don't think we'll make any of the ice cream just yet, because we're not going to be taking on any bosses anytime soon, so we shouldn't need a that much of a bonus, but we've still got lots of the black soup, or the blood soup I think it's called, which gives us a pretty decent level of stamina. Oh no, sorry, not the blood soup, it's the muck shakes. Okay, let's see what we can make. We've still got 15 pieces of silver, so we can probably make a shield actually. Ooh, there we go, we can upgrade our shield straight away. And we can make different, like, colours of shields. Let's try and remember to do that this time and not forget, like I've done with pretty much every other shield I've made. We've got a new spear. Obviously we've got the wolf armor set. We've got the Draugr Fang as well, which is our new bow. Really looking forward to using that. You'll notice as well it does have an additional damage modifier to it, which is poison, which is really nice. And then silver arrows, which are just a higher damage level. And then obviously our wolf hide armor. There we go, I was correct. The wolf hide armor does use 20 bits of silver. It also uses the wolf hide and the fangs that they drop. So we are going to need to farm a fair bit of the silver in order to build that set and upgrade it. It does look really cool as well. I like the wolf set. In terms of upgrades, we've pretty much built all of them. I think it was just the butcher's table. And then there's no new build pieces, really. It was more just armor and weapons and stuff, but a pretty decent amount. So with that, I think we will actually build that shield. We might as well. There we go, new shield. Oh, for God's sake. I completely forgot to upgrade the, to change the colour scheme on it. Oh, that's stupid. I was literally just talking about that and I forgot to do it. God damn it. Right. Well, we can upgrade it as well, so let's grab some extra fine wood. We might as well upgrade the shield so that we've got a higher level of it. I'm just going to have to stick with the standard shield. I'm just going to resign myself to never having a colourful shield and just having the bog standard wooden look to them. Maybe we'll try and remember it for our next shield level. Gosh, I hope we do. Okay, get rid of Frostmead. We don't need you. We should probably take our our health ones back. Yep, let's put the shield in its new place. Whoops, that was the wrong weapon. There we go. Thank you, Banded Shield. You did a very good job throughout the swamp and against the wolves. But you are being replaced with a better version. I believe the silver shield is one of the 50-50 shields. So the middle level one, which is it can block, but it can also parry as well. But it doesn't exceed it either. It does look pretty cool as well. I like it when it's on the back. It's on your back and you've got the wolf cape as well. Some of the armor sets, we're at the level now where the armor sets are going to look very thematically quite cool. A lot of them do look very nice. I'm not a huge fan of the bronze one. The iron is probably one of my favourites, but a lot of the armor sets are going to have a lot of cool features and looks to them now. We're at that level of the game where we're over the halfway point. Oh, no, actually no, we're at the halfway point pretty much. Okay, just having a quick check. I think we just need to pretty much focus on going back to the mountain and mining some more. I think we should probably pick a mountain before we decide to focus on one of them. Anything in here? Oh, sea serpent meat. Yes, I forgot about that completely. So what I'm thinking is we should probably just take the boat down here and carry the materials for it through the portal to then build it on another side. Build it on the other side near that mountain. Maybe we could continue mining the silver from there rather than sailing it out again, because we're just going to go back to the same mountain. We dug up some silver, but there was still quite a bit of that vein left to mine, so we should probably go and finish that. But first things first, I want to make the sea serpent stew. Just having a quick look at the roof. In terms of smoke, it looks like it's okay. It all seems to be going out of the window and the little holes that we left in our chimney at the top, so we're pretty okay on that. We'd know if it wasn't good, because it would say we're getting choked, but we've got an open door and a big open window above the troll head, so I highly doubt we're going to get smoked out. Okay, let's pop the bait. I don't know why I picked up the bait and the fishing rod. Just pop those away. Don't need those right now. Come on, sea serpent meat. Why do you take a minute to cook? There we go. That's all 5 of those. Put the rest of them on. Try not to damage the hearths. Then we need, is it honey and mushrooms? Let's go and grab those. Honey and just I'll grab a few of them just so we've got enough. And then mushrooms. Okay, that's those 5 done. I'm quite happy with the amount of sea serpent stew that we have available. Usually at this point in a playthrough I wouldn't have that much. I guess we've just been quite lucky with sailing about at night time and having sea serpents attack us. We've done pretty well on farming the sea serpents. 14 bits of meat is a pretty good amount to come back with from one trip. That's pretty good, that. I'm quite happy with that. It's going to give us 14 sea serpent stews to go along with the rest that we have from taking on the swamp. Yeah, we've got 14 in there now, and we still have another 4 to make, so 18 sea serpent stews. That's really good. Just gotta wait for these guys to cook. Although I don't think we'll head back to the mountain in this episode. I think we'll probably be ending it in a few minutes. Apologies, just having a bit of a stretch. Yeah, I don't think we'll go back in this episode. I think we'll save it for our next session. There's only a few minutes left. We'll probably just finish cooking these, and then we'll start prepping some stuff to go back to the mountain with. We've got some new stuff though. I'm quite happy. We've got a bit of an upgrade session for us. We've got a new shield. We've got our new cape. We have our upgrade table for the cooking station. We also have a couple of new cooking recipes, the wolf jerky and the ice cream. Finish off making these stews. Probably should just take these with me. Should we take them? Are we going to need them? I don't really know. I kind of want to keep them from when we're at the truly difficult content. We'll save them for now. It's probably going to be a stable food when we get to the plains. I know what we should do. We should probably pop to the merchant, and we're going to go have a look at a couple of items we want to buy from him now. One of these items is an upgrade material that we're going to need for a weapon that I'm wanting to craft. This is a silver weapon that I've hinted at. It's a really, really good weapon, so yeah, let's have a look at getting those now. Let's see if we've got the money for it. Hello, Haldor. Alright, we're going to sell. It's Ymir flesh that we want. We also want a thunderstone. They're actually pretty cheap, I'm not going to lie. There we go, Ymir flesh, and the new crafting recipe, Frostner. Frostner is a cold version of Mjolnir. I don't think you can get Mjolnir in Valheim. Let's just quickly sell up the rest of our stuff. There we go, 1500 gold, that's pretty good. There we go, Thunderstone, and a new build piece, which is the Obliterator. Need to buy the rest of the Ymir flesh. I think that should be enough. There are other items that you'll need, the Ymir flesh, and you might even need Thunderstones for them later on in the game, but for now it's just these two, the Obliterator and Frostner. Frostner is a really, really good weapon to take to the plains, so we're definitely going to focus on upgrading that. It's pretty much just a one-handed mace. It's the same as the iron mace that we're currently using pretty much, but it's just a big hammer that has a cold damage effect to it as well. Obviously I'll show you that when we actually get the ability to craft it. And then the Obliterator, I mentioned this quite early on in the playthrough, which was that there isn't really any kind of bin, any like trash thing in the game. There's Frostner. You need ancient wood, Ymir flesh, silver, and freezing glands. You've got blunt, frost, and spirit damage. It's a very hard-hitting hammer that also slows enemies when you hit them. It's really, really good. And then the Obliterator works a bit like a trash bin. So as I've said in previous episodes, you can't really bin anything in the game. There's no way to bin things. You just have to either keep them, craft things with them, or just chuck them over the side of your boat and let them float to the bottom of the sink to the bottom of the ocean. The Obliterator changes that. So the Obliterator is a build piece where it acts like a chest, and you can just dump all the stuff in there that you don't want. If you have 700 bits of resin and you don't want 700 of them, you could dump 500 in there, and then when you activate the Obliterator, it turns it into coal. So it's just another way of being able to get coal without having to go out and mine, chop down wood and use the smelter on it, the coal burner. But the issue with it is the conversion rate is really, really terrible. You could put 500 bits in there and probably get about 50 bits out, so it's not fantastic, but I still like it as a way of getting rid of stuff rather than having to dump it in the ocean. Anyway, I think we'll end the episode here, so thank you everybody for watching, I hope you've enjoyed, and we shall catch you in the next episode.